The whole world is talking about tunnels. The whole world's talking about tunnels in Lubavitch. I got a message from somebody, Rabbi, do you have any opinion on the tunnels? Are you going to speak out publicly about the tunnels? And I wrote back 2 words. No, comma, no, period. That's the end of the story. I have no opinions about the tunnels, and I have no comment on the tunnels.
Are you running for Vaad?
I am not running. I'm running for Yossi Paltiel. I have a job to do, and I hope I stay in my lane. That's all I got to do, stay in my lane. What's my lane, Shem Shel Giber? To teach people Chassidus. I'm not in charge of Lubavitch, it's not my job, it's the Rebbe's job. My job is teach, and when the stuff happens in Lubavitch that I like or I don't like, it's out of my department. I have to ask myself a simple question. Is this going to help me do my shlichus, or is it going to interfere with doing my shlichus? And usually the answer is it's going to interfere, so it's, N-O-M-B. What is N-O-M-B? None of my business. Du verstehst, Jimsh. We Q&A we had on Sunday. I'm thinking maybe to do Pasha today. I don't mind doing Q&A again. It's easier than Pasha. Pasha is a whole situation. So if I have a thing to say about the tunnels, here's my comment. Lubavitch has been divided for a long time. And these divisions have all kinds of interesting effects. And a lot of very wise people in Lubavitch, this is my take, this is my opinion. You don't have to agree with it, but you can't tell me I'm not allowed to think this, okay?
Also, we can't share it.
You can share it. You can share it. But I'm going to say you can share. A lot of very smart people in Lubavitch decided a long time ago that the best way to deal with Lubavitch's machlokes is just not to fight. Leave it alone. Let it be. And I feel that part of the reason Lubavitch is as unified as it is, even though it's obviously not perfect, is because the leadership in Lubavitch to a great extent let things be. They left it alone. But under the surface there's a lot of nonsense going on. And they let it alone, they let it alone, they let it alone. This is the consequence of leaving it alone. People saying the leadership of Lubavitch cannot be in a fight because Lubavitch is going to be at war. So if you leave things alone, the little kids come out and play. That's what happened. That's my interpretation of these events. Unfortunately, we're in a situation where the leadership has to act. But there's a very, very positive way to spin this. And I'm not a spinster. I'm not running for public office. I'm not trying to make anybody like me or anybody else. There's truth to what I'm saying. A lot of people in Lubavitch who after Gimel Tammuz were in big fights decided within 5 years of Gimel Tammuz, within 10 years of Gimel for sure, better not to fight than be right. And they left everything alone. And by leaving it alone, this kind of mess was allowed to exist. And we got to clean up the mess. But it was the right decision. It was the right decision. Leave it alone and let the kids come out and play. It's better that the leadership of Lubavitch be quiet. So we shouldn't be at war. That's my take. You can repeat that in my name, but that's it. Otherwise, I have no opinion and nothing to say.